As a colorful ensemble of native Canadians make their way into the Vancouver Convention Centre, a room filled with more than 8,000 delegates from around the world rise to catch a glimpse.
We are honored to have all of the women from around the world to be joining with us here today.
His Excellency Nana Akuffo Addo, African Union Gender
Among those on the big stage, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, Ethiopia's first female president, and Ghana's own Nana Akuffo Addo.
We're here to inspire the world to harness power for good.
This session was supposed to be on using power for change and progress.
I'm on the stage with the president, so...
It was off to a fiery start with 18-year-old Zambian Natasha Mwanza drawing a standing ovation for calling on world leaders to create opportunities for women to develop their talent and take part in national life.
There is no way that anything is going to be done for us without us, because that's just doing it against us.
Is that post that is key?
President Akuffo Addo, an AU gender champion, when called upon to respond, had what will then become a rather controversial opinion.
Not enough movement is being made by the 52% of the Ghanaian population that are women to be able to be in the position to make these decisions.
The anger and resentment in the room drew an immediate response.
You know, I think you and I need to have dinner. But what I genuinely think is important is this is a sentiment that's shared by a lot of people. And it's fundamental that we begin to understand and we begin to explain in a way that people can actually understand how much systems have been shaped to ensure that women do not get to be in positions of power.
Yes.
Because it's incredibly important to recognize that there are dynamic, incredible women that the door remains closed to. And
so how is he going to open?
But that's
how is he going to open?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
You're not telling me. I'm telling you. What you're saying will not open the door.
Stop talking over me. I'll tell you.
What you're saying will not.
We need some democracy on this panel.
I think it's
How's
important.
It going to open?
It's incredibly important for male allies in positions of power, like yourself, to look around and recognize the impactful, incredible, dynamic women in their communities and amplify them, not empower them because they have agency, but amplify them and put them in positions of power. That's how it changes.
This is the world's biggest gathering for gender advocates and women's rights activists. And so it's a platform where many are looking forward to firm commitments that would further enhance the work that has already been done in making the world a better place for women and for girls.
I was quite disappointed and then angry and then sad and then mixed feelings. But most importantly, I think it got to me all of a sudden again that it wasn't always about title and power that defined what goes into a person's mind. I just felt sad because he is also a victim of society and what society has taught him to know or learn about gender.
When you're in a position of power, you have the responsibility to try and, make certain changes. So he could have used that opportunity to showcase how he, as a president, will do what he can to bring more women to the table where power happens.
We need to take out those barriers. Women being asked for sexual favors when they go for employment. Women being beaten and abused by their husbands, but then there's no social support system to be able to help them come out of such abuses. So those are the kind of changes that I'm hoping that we'll get to see when we get back home.
Next year will be the Silver Jubilee of the Beijing Conference, which sets the fight for global gender balance and empowerment for women in motion. For activists from here and around the world, opinions like what the Ghanaian president has expressed could influence the conversation around gender parity for good or maybe for bad. Justice Pedu, Joy News, Vancouver, Canada.
Get up and do something good for yourselves.